A service of KIBMradio.com, the Internet's home for an all old-time radio.
And now, the Hall of Fantasy. Welcome to the Hall of Fantasy. Welcome to the series of radio dramas dedicated to the supernatural, the unusual, and the unknown. Come with me, my friends. We shall descend to the world of the unknown and forbidden, down to the depths where the veil of time is lifted, and the supernatural reigns as king. Come with me and listen to the tale of the Cask of Amontillado.
Fools and cowards, Montracer. Fools and cowards. What I say about your ancestors is true, Montracer. Every last word of it.
That fat, dull-witted fool, Fortunato. That he should dare to insult the names of my ancestors. For that I swear, Fortunato shall die.
In just a moment, the Hall of Fantasy will present the Cask of Amontillado. And now for our story. Adapted for radio by Richard Thorne, entitled The Cask of Amontillado.
As my story begins, it was carnival time in Venice, a time of feasting and merrymaking. Fortunato and I had been celebrating with all the rest. Perhaps we'd indulged our taste for wine too greatly that day, but that was when it began. The day was almost spent, and we were standing in front of my house watching the crowd.
Yes, my friend. The carnival has been a great success.
True, Fortunato. Did you know that it was one of my ancestors who made the plans for the carnival over 4 generations ago?
What? Oh, come now, Montracer. You're not serious.
It's no joke, Fortunato. It's in the records of the family for any who wish to see.
I cannot believe you.
He was one of the foremost swordsmen of his age. In fact, all the male members of the family were renowned for their ability with a foil.
Even you, Montracer?
Yes, my friend, even Montracer.
With those spindly legs, you a swordsman?
Take care, Fortunato.
What? You dare threaten me? How do you like it, Montracer? How do you like the point of my rapier at your throat?
Fortunato, please.
And you fancy yourself a great swordsman. It's so funny, Montracer. You look at you all white in the face, so frightened, so brave. I do not know about your ancestors, Montracer, but you certainly have made this carnival the funniest in a long time. A great swordsman. I bid you a brave farewell, Montracer.
It was then that I began to hate Fortunato. He turned and disappeared to the crowd. Though he was gone, the echoes of his fat, laughing face remained in my brain.
The great swordsman.
I went into the house and thought to see no more of him that night. Little by little, the remaining hours of the carnival wasted away until finally I heard the great bell striking midnight, marking the end of the celebration. I sat in the library reading, but the printed words refused to be silent and rearranged themselves into a likeness of Fortunato's face.
So brave, Montracer. So brave.
My mind was playing tricks on me. That I knew. But all of a sudden, a shadow fell across the pages.
Hey, Montracer.
Fortunato, how did you get in?
Don't be alarmed, my good Montracer. One of your servants was so kind as to allow me entrance.
What do you want?
Oh, come now, Montracer. You wouldn't refuse a good friend the hospitality of your house, would you?
I forgot. It's past midnight. The wine shops are closed.
Yes, quite true, Montracer. So I came to you.
May I offer you some wine?
Well, I hope you would.
Yes, I imagine you did. Here, Fortunato.
Many thanks, Montracer. There's nothing like fine wine. That's why I like you so much, Montracer.
Why?
Well, no matter what you are, your wine cellar is filled with the finest of wine.
Thank you for your compliment, Fortunato.
But there's one wine you do not have.
And that is?
Amontillado. Someday I hope that you will procure some Amontillado.
Amontillado is the rarest wine in all of Italy, Fortunato.
But for your friend, Fortunato, you might perhaps get some.
We shall see, my friend. Now you were about to leave?
Yes, Montresa, I shall leave. But before I do, pour me another glass of wine. I drink to the great swordsman in your family. You needn't lie to me about your family, Montresa. I know them for what they are.
And that was?
Fools and cowards, Montresa, all of them.
What you say of my ancestors should be well tempered with thought, Fortunato.
Oh, it was, Montresa, it was.
Fortunato, if you... No matter. You're drunk. You're not responsible for what you say.
Drunk? I never drink enough to muddle my brain, Montresa. I mean what I say.
Just the same. I'll excuse you this time.
Why, excuse me. What I have said is the truth.
I think perhaps you'd better leave.
Yes, my friend, I shall leave. But before I do, however, may I ask if you're going to the party tomorrow night?
Yes, I am. Why?
Merely asking. Of course, Rosita will be there.
Yes, I know.
Lovely girl, Rosita.
Yes, I know.
I shall be going.
I shall accompany you to the door.
No need, my friend. I'm steady enough to make it myself. I'll see you tomorrow night, Montresa.
Yes, tomorrow night.
Oh, and what I said about your ancestors still holds true, Montresa. Oh, and Montresa, don't forget the Amontillado.
I decided to let the insult pass this time. But if it occurred again, I would settle the score with Fortunato. The next night, I was with Rosita at the ball.
It's a lovely party, Montresa.
Yes, Rosita, and with you here, it's all the lovelier.
You flatter me.
It is deserved. Rosita.
Yes?
I've been observing you closely of late, Rosita.
Indeed.
Yes.
And do you find me pleasing?
You know I do. I was wondering...
Oh, well, here you are, Montresa. Out in the balcony.
I thought...
You thought you'd lost me, huh? Well, listen, it'll take much more than you to outwit me, Montresa.
I wondered where you were, Fortunato.
Oh, indeed, Rosita? Well, of course I do not doubt it. Montresa is such a terrible boor. I do not make excuses, my friend. The whole family were boors, and therefore you cannot help it. Can you, Rosita?
Sure that I...
Forgive me for bothering you, Rosita.
I have come looking for you in the hope that I may have the next dance, Rosita.
But I promised to...
Don't let me worry you, Rosita. Dance with Fortunato.
Are you sure you don't mind?
Only too sure.
Montresa doesn't mind. How could such a dolt as he mind anything? Shall we go, my dear? Goodbye, Montresa. Enjoy yourself.
Never did I think he would go so far as to insult me before Rosita. To deliberately interfere between Rosita and myself. I knew then that Fortunato would pay for his insults. For I hated him more than anyone else on earth. It was then I swore that Fortunato would die.
Back now to our story, adapted especially for radio by Richard Thorne, entitled The Cask of Amontillado.
I determined then to even the score, to revenge the desecration of my name, of my family honor, and immediately into my brain flooded a host of ideas to destroy him. What were his weak points? How could I catch him at a disadvantage? If only I could lure him down into the catacombs beneath my house. Few people knew of the vast subterranean caverns that lay beneath the house. But how to get them there? Let me see. Something he said might give me a clue. Something he said.
Fools and cowards, Montresa. Fools and cowards.
No, not that. Something else.
And what I said about your ancestors still holds true, Montresa. Montresa, don't forget the Amontillado.
The Amontillado. The Amontillado.
Don't forget the Amontillado. Don't forget the Amontillado.
Yes, that was it. The Amontillado. The Cask of Amontillado. Wine drinker, was he? A connoisseur of fine wines, eh? That was it. That was the way to accomplish my revenge. Amontillado, the rarest wine in all of Italy. Fortunato would die for a glass of Amontillado. Yes. Fortunato would die for a glass of Amontillado. Accordingly, a few days later, I sent him a message saying I would like to meet him at his favorite place of entertainment and wine merchants in, of course. I waited anxiously for his answer. Yes?
A message for you, Signor Montresor.
From whom?
Signor Fortunato bade me give it to you.
Thank you. Good. Thank you for your tidings, lad. Here's something for your trouble.
Oh, thank you, Signor Montresor.
Fortunato had agreed to meet me on the morrow. My nerves were tense and the time moved so slowly. I sat by the hourglass the entire night and part of the next day watching the grains of sand mark off the time. Finally, when I knew I could bear to wait no longer, the time arrived.
Signor Montresor.
Oh, good day, Ferroni.
I was just leaving. Signor Fortunato was over by the window. Confidentially, Montresor, I'm glad you're here. When he's had too much to drink, he's a destructive man.
Well, I shall take care of him, Ferroni.
Thank you, Signor Montresor. While I'm gone, and if you want something, just call my wife. She's in the rear.
Thank you, Ferroni.
Good day, Signor Montresor. So you come in, Montresor. Come and join me.
I'm quite glad you could meet me today, Fortunato. I hope I didn't inconvenience you by asking you to meet me here.
Absolutely not, Montresor. If you had, I wouldn't be here.
What are you drinking?
Sherry. Will you have a glass?
Yes, you can pour me a glass of sherry.
Well, I assure you, my friend, it's the very best. There you are. Excuse me, Montresor. I have a cold.
You should take better care of yourself, Fortunato.
It will pass. Well, then, tell me, what did you wish to see me about?
Perhaps I'd better not mention it.
Oh, come, Montresor. Don't tell me you wanted to see me for nothing.
Well, I wanted your advice on something.
Oh, what?
You see, I have procured a cask of what is supposed to be Amontillado.
Amontillado? Where? When? From whom?
That I cannot tell you, but you see, I have my doubts about it.
A cask of Amontillado? A whole cask? It sounds impossible.
I agree with you, my friend. It does sound impossible. Perhaps I was foolish to pay the full Amontillado price without consulting you in the matter. But you were not to be found, and I was fearful of losing a bargain.
No, I can't get over it. Amontillado.
I have my doubts for you.
Amontillado.
And I was satisfied.
Amontillado.
I had contended with Lucchesi. If anyone should know, it should be he. He will tell you.
Lucchesi is a fool. But he cannot tell Amontillado from common sherry.
And yet some people say his taste is a match for your own.
They lie.
Well, that is a matter of opinion.
Well, they lie, I tell you. Lucchesi is an imposter.
I think I'd better be going.
I'm going with you.
My friend, no. I will not impose upon your good nature.
You will not go to Lucchesi. Montresor, are you insulting me?
Why, no, Fortunato. I merely thought...
I care not for what you think. I will go with you.
It is really your cold that I worry about, Fortunato. It is damp in the cellars. Very damp and very cold.
It matters not to me. This cold is a mere nothing. But Amontillado... I must know if you've been swindled. Oh, and Montresor.
Yes?
Forget about Lucchesi. He knows nothing about fine wines.
As you say, my friend. Shall we go? When we reached the house, there were no attendants present. I'd made sure that we'd be entirely alone. Before we go downstairs, my friend, let us fortify ourselves against the cold and dampness with some wine. The catacombs will undoubtedly make your cold much worse.
Yeah, capital idea, Montresor. A little sherry, if you please. Yeah, not too much, but not too little either.
Have no fears, Fortunato, my friend. It'll be just right.
Yes. Let me have it. Makes me feel better. Much better.
Have another glass, Fortunato.
No.
Please.
Well, on second thought, Montresor, yes, I will have another glass.
I thought so. Here you are, Fortunato.
Many thanks, Montresor.
Drink heartily. Who knows, you may not be alive tomorrow to enjoy it.
Yes, Montresor, how right you are. What a sense of humor you have. But I intend to be alive tomorrow. But then, who can tell,
Yes, who can tell?
Back now to our story, adapted especially for radio by Richard Thorne, entitled The Cask of Amontillado,
We finished the wine and sat talking for a few minutes. Then, seeing his eagerness was at its height, I led him to the archway that led down into the vaults. We passed down a long and winding stairway. At length, we came to the foot of the descent and stood together on the damp ground of the catacombs of the Montresors. Here we are, Fortunato, in the catacombs of the Montresors.
Yes, but the Cask of Amontillado, where is it?
It is farther on, Fortunato.
The walls of this place are so dirty. I hate to be caught down here.
How long have you had that cough?
It's nothing. Let us proceed.
No, we'll go back. Your health is precious. You'll be ill, and I'll be responsible. We might even become lost. Besides, there's always occasion.
Enough. The cough is nothing. I shall not die of the cough.
True, Fortunato. You will not die of a cough. I had no intention of alarming you unnecessarily, Fortunato, but you should use the proper caution. And there's a bottle of wine on the rack here. Just have some to make you forget the dismalness of this place.
Yes, by all means. It's so damp and cold down here.
Sorry, I have no glass to offer you.
No, don't stand on ceremony, Montracer. Here, let me have the bottle.
Here.
This is the family crypt, is it not?
Yes, this is the crypt of the Montresors, an ancient and honorable family.
Well then, I drink to the buried that repose around us.
And I drink to your long life.
Yes, that's a good toast. In my long life. You know what, Tracer? These vaults are extensive. What would happen if we were to be lost down here?
I will not be lost, Fortunato.
Still, perhaps we should go back.
And leave the Amontillado?
Well, we could return another time.
You're afraid I can always get location?
No. Let us proceed to the Amontillado. After all, we shall only be here for a little while.
If you insist, Fortunato. If you insist. Coughing grew worse, but I said nothing. I could see that he was not quite so enthusiastic about finding the Amontillado. We passed through a range of low arches, descended, passed on, and descending again, arrived at a deep crypt.
Hey, Montracer. Where is the Amontillado?
The Amontillado? Oh, yes, in the crypt, Fortunato.
I can't... Where?
In that low crypt ahead of you.
Why, it's just tall enough for a man of my size.
Yes, isn't it?
But, I do not see the Cask of Amontillado.
Oh, but you will, Fortunato, you will. You wouldn't want to turn back now, would you? A man of your courage.
I will not have it said that Fortunato is a coward. Now then, just where is the Amontillado, Montracer?
Lift your torch a little higher, Fortunato. You'll see it.
Where?
Just inside this niche, Fortunato. Just inside.
Why did
I hide it here? You forget Amontillado is the rarest wine in all of Italy, Fortunato.
Yes, you're wise, Montracer.
Now, Fortunato, herein lies the Amontillado. As for Ducati...
Here's the fool. Yes, Amontillado. The whole cask of Amontillado.
Yes, go in. Get to the Amontillado, Fortunato.
The Amontillado. This rock is in the way.
Put your hands up high and push, Fortunato. No, higher. That's it.
That's just right. Montracer, what are you doing? Just shaking you, Fortunato. But Montracer, the Amontillado.
Now, Fortunato, dance. Dance with Rosita. You should have seen the look of terror on his round face. He could barely move. The crypt was just the right size for him. Just the right size for him to die in. Then I began to work. I began walling up the entrance to the niche in which Fortunato was chained.
Montracer, what are you doing?
Even a dolt can understand what I'm doing, Fortunato. Even a dolt such as Montracer.
Please, Montracer, don't wall me up in here. I didn't mean the things I said. Please, I promise I shall leave Rosita alone.
Yes, Fortunato, you will leave Rosita alone.
Have mercy, Montracer. I'm sorry for what I said.
It's too late, Fortunato. Too late to make excuses. I had barely finished with the first year of masonry when I discovered that the effect of the wine had worn off Fortunato. He began shaking his chains in an effort to throw them off.
I don't
those chains are strong, Fortunato. I made sure of that.
Look, I'll give you anything you want. Rosita, money, 1,000 lira. Anything at all. Anything.
No, Fortunato, I find this payment enough.
Montresa, please. Please have pity on me.
Pity, Fortunato? You ask for pity? I have no pity for you. His head was twisted over his shoulder, watching me as I piled brick upon brick. With each stone I put into position, his eyes took on a look of increasing terror and torture. He made little sounds in his throat. I continued my work. I had finished laying the 7th tier of rocks before I paused to rest. The wall was almost upon a level with my chest.
Help me, someone! Help me! Montresa is mad. Montresa is trying to kill me. Help me! Take on it all!
You make sound all you wish. No one can hear you.
Someone will know that you took me.
Saw me.
But they'll find me even if I'm dead. And you'll be punished.
Few people know of these catacombs, Fortunato, and those who do are my friends.
Yes. This is a very good joke indeed, Montresa. Who would have thought that you had such a sense of humor? But don't you think your little joke has gone far enough? We will have many a laugh over it as we drink our wine, eh?
I will have many a laugh over it, Fortunato. I don't think you'll be able to laugh.
Montresa, you can't be in earnest.
So much in earnest that you'll die for it, Fortunato.
Please, Montresa, please, Montresa!
He began to scream. But then, after a while, he was silent. His eyes watched every move I made. With a great deal of effort, I raised the last stone and shoved it into position. I waited for a few minutes and then called to him. Fortunato? Fortunato! Dear me, where is Fortunato? I look about me. So dark down here. So depressive. So cold and damp. I must remember to stay away from here. I might catch Fortunato's cold.
So runs tonight's tale of the unusual, the terrifying, the unknown. Join us again when next we journey down the corridors of the Hall of Fantasy to hear another strange tale of the supernatural. All characters and events portrayed in these programs are fictional, and any similarity to actual events or persons, living or dead, is purely coincidental. And now, the Hall of Fantasy. Welcome to the Hall of Fantasy. Welcome to the series of radio dramas dedicated to the supernatural, the unusual, and the unknown. Come with me, my friends. We shall descend to the world of the unknown and forbidden, down to the depths where the veil of time is lifted, and the supernatural reigns as king. Come with me and listen to the tale of the Black Figure.
David? Yes, I heard a shot.
So did we.
I thought it was one of you.
It was Sawyer.
He came out late tonight. I found him out in the mausoleum about an hour ago.
Here's his room.
Try the door. It's open.
He's on the floor.
Is he?
Yes. He's dead.
In just a moment, the Hall of Fantasy will present The Black Figurine of Death. And now for our story. An original tale of fantasy by Richard Thorne entitled The Black Figurine of Death.
Through all the years of man's existence, no matter what he has learned or been taught from generation to generation, still he carries in the innermost depths of his mind a certain fear of the darkness, a fear of the night, which is somehow associated with death, and which in actuality is the fear of death itself. Each of us in his lifetime will probably come in contact with some psychic phenomenon, either directly or indirectly through the experience of a relative or acquaintance. An experience never to be forgotten. And about such an experience is my story tonight. I was there with the others the night he died. We stood at the foot of the bed, Joyce and Harold and I. Amos Jansen's head was cushioned on a pillow, and in his hand he held a little figurine. You sent for us, Uncle Amos?
Of course I did. Otherwise you wouldn't be here in my room, Harold.
No, Uncle Amos is no...
Be quiet. Be quiet, all of you. You're here too, David.
Yes, sir,
I didn't ask for a speech, young man. I'll do the talking if you don't mind. I must speak to all of you while I still have time.
Why don't you rest, Uncle Amos?
Rest. You'd like to see that, wouldn't you, Joyce? David and Harold. What? No answer from any of you? I know why you can't say anything. Because it's the truth.
Now, see here, Uncle Amos.
Don't listen to me, young man. These last years of my life, you've all left me alone. You've had more important things to do. That is, until tonight. Tonight you're all here because you know I'm dying. You've come here like a pack of wolves, waiting for me to die, waiting for your chance to inherit my estate.
Oh, that's not true, Uncle Amos.
Oh, isn't it? I think it is. Don't worry. You'll inherit the estate, the three of you. But in the end, you'll wish you never had.
What do you mean, Uncle Amos?
That though I die, you'll see me again. All of you who've hated me. And you'll know of my presence when you see this.
Oh, that's just a little figurine, Uncle Amos.
You'll wish you'd never seen it before I'm through. You'll wish that you'd never known me, that you'd never been born. Before you die, you'll all learn what fear is. You'll learn how it feels to be alone.
Uncle Amos.
He's dead, Joyce.
Oh, no. Oh, no, he can't.
He's dead, all right.
What's that?
Something dropped out of his hand. Why? It's the little figurine. The little figurine lay there on the floor. It had fallen from Uncle Amos's hand just as he died. And when it struck the floor, it had broken into 3 pieces. I picked them up and held them in my hand. The pieces fitted together perfectly, much like the pieces of a jigsaw puzzle. It was a queer little figure, its arms raised in supplication, a look of fear upon its face. There was something frightening about it. 3 days later, Uncle Amos was buried in the family mausoleum at the north end of the estate. A week after that, we had gathered again in the library of the old house with Carl Sawyer, the executor of the estate.
As you know, your uncle appointed me as executor of the estate and left instructions that the 3 main heirs, 10 days following his demise, be gathered together in this house for a reading of the will.
You told us that earlier, Mr. Sawyer.
So I did. Are you all seated comfortably?
Quite comfortably, Mr. Sawyer.
It's a rather long will, you know. Now, I shall begin. I, Amos Johnson, being of sound mind and body, do make, ordain, and publish this instrument as my last will and...
Mr. Sawyer, why don't you just tell us about the will?
That's a rather unusual procedure, David.
Well, David's right, Mr. Sawyer. It'll save a lot of time and trouble.
Well, perhaps you're right. Let me see. Now, referring to the disposition of the monies and property, it's to be divided equally amongst the three of you. Of course, there are certain gifts to the servants.
Naturally.
Yes, naturally. There is a considerable amount of money to be divided, even after taxes. Each of you will be independent for life.
I can't understand Uncle Amos willing us the entire estate. The night he died...
Contrary to what you may think, your Uncle Amos was really quite fond of you.
Is that all to the will, Mr. Sawyer?
No. Of course, you realize that if one of you were to die, his or her share of the estate would be divided between the two remaining heirs. And there is one other proviso which I cannot quite understand.
Yes?
Your uncle made one condition referring to the disposition of the monies. Let me see if I can find that. Yes. Here it is. May I read it, please? The heirs are to reside in the family house on the estate for a period of 1 year. If this is not done, their claim to the estate is to be nullified, and they are to be left without a penny. Unfortunately, they were present very infrequently during the last years of my life.
That's a rather strange provision.
Yes, isn't it? However, as executor of your uncle's will, it is up to me to make sure the provisions are carried out. And believe me, I feel a deep sense of duty to your late uncle.
The four of us discussed the will until the early hours of the morning. We persuaded Sawyer to spend the night with us, to return to the city in the morning. The house became quite silent, and the only sound I heard was the ticking of the clock on my dresser. I wondered about the provision of the will in which Uncle Amos ordered that we make our residence in his house. I was lying awake in bed thinking of that when... Standing outside my door in the hallway was the housekeeper.
Mr. David?
Yes, Emily?
I found this in my bedroom tonight.
Oh, let me see it.
Here.
Mm-hmm. It's a little black figurine, just like the one my uncle had. You can have it back now, Emily.
It frightened me, so I came to you, Mr. David.
How do you think it got there, Emily?
Well, there's something strange going on in this house, Mr. David. And I have an idea. I know who's in bed.
Who's talking out there? Oh, it's you, David. And Emily. You're up rather late, aren't you?
Yes, Mr. Sawyer. I was just going to bed. If you'll excuse me.
Good night, Emily.
Good night, sir. I'll see you in the morning.
Well, I suppose I'd better get back to bed, too. Good night, David.
Good night, Mr. Sawyer. I watched him go back into his room. Then I turned and went back into mine. Emily had been on the point of saying something to me. Something that was important enough to her to make a special trip to my room. I got back into bed and wondered what she'd wanted to tell me. Little by little, sleep clouded my brain. And I was half asleep.
Back now to our story. An original tale of fantasy by Richard Thorne entitled The Black Figurine of Death.
I had been just on the point of falling asleep. Sawyer, I heard someone scream.
So did I, David.
I don't know if I heard something.
I know I did. There's David and Mr. Sawyer. Maybe they can tell us what happened. Did you two hear anything?
It was a scream. First, I thought it might have been you, Joyce.
I think it came from the servants' quarters.
Emily.
What did you say, David?
It'll keep. Come on.
You think it was the housekeeper, David?
It has to be.
Maybe she was just startled or something.
Well, we'll see in a moment.
No, that's her room just down the hall.
I hope it's nothing serious.
It was serious enough to make her scream. Emily!
Emily, is anything wrong?
Well, try the door, David.
Right. It's unlocked.
The light's on in there.
She's not in bed. She's...
Oh, on the floor.
Maybe she fainted.
No. She's dead.
And look, right beside her, there's a little broken black figurine.
Though the police came out and went over everything, there were no clues to follow. They said that Emily had been strangled, but there was nothing to indicate who might have done it. The police continued their investigation for almost a month. But at the end of that time, all they could write down in their case book was murder unsolved. One evening, about 6 weeks after Emily's death, Harold, Joyce, and I were in the living room. The police said they'd never be able to find out who did it unless something new turned up. And it probably won't.
Oh, the whole thing frightens me. I still remember Uncle Amos's dying words. That though I die, you'll see me again. All of you who have hated me. And you'll know of my presence when you see this. Oh, it makes me shudder every time I think of it.
I've been thinking about what he said, too, Joyce. I wonder if he could come back. You mean come back after death? Yes. Don't be a fool, Harold. Once a man dies, he's dead. Is he? I'm not so sure of that.
You shouldn't talk that way, Harold. It's frightening.
Would you come out with me to the mausoleum, Dave? Why? I don't know. I just want to check, that's all.
Well, I don't think either of you should go.
I'll go, Harold.
Well, I won't.
That's all right, Joyce. I won't expect you to. All right, David, let's go. I've always had an interest in the supernatural, David. You know, there's certain things that happen, psychic phenomena, which have no normal or natural explanation. I've never seen any. Nor have I. But what's to say that Uncle Amos can't return? Oh, you got the key? Yeah. Open the door. It's a good thing we brought these flashlights. Yes, it's pretty dark in there. Shall we go in? I guess so. I still don't see any reason for coming in here, Harold. There may not be. Then again, he's in that crypt over there. Nothing's been disturbed in here. It looks just like it did the day he was placed here. Just a minute. This wasn't here the day he was buried. What? This? That's strange. I didn't see that when I came in. You probably weren't looking over there. I wasn't either. Another little black figurine. Broken just like the others. It gave me an eerie sensation. The little figure was broken into 3 pieces. I looked at Harold, and he seemed to be as afraid as I was. We locked up the mausoleum again and went back to the house. By that time, I began to wonder if perhaps Uncle Amos was striking back at us from beyond the grave. We said goodnight about 11 and retired to our rooms. I couldn't get to sleep. I'd fall into a half doze and then snap out of it again. I felt as if someone were watching me. That there were unseen eyes in the dark waiting for me to fall asleep. I knew it was only my imagination, yet that feeling would not go away. About 3 o'clock, I got out of bed. I decided to return to the mausoleum. As I went out the front door, I noticed a light drizzle had sprung up. Something drew me toward the mausoleum, a compulsion, an inner force over which I had absolutely no control. I walked slowly up the gravel walk leading to the mausoleum, not even noticing the light rain which fell on me. When I was close enough to see the doorway, I received a distinct shock. For the door was open, and there was a circle of light behind it. I walked to the door.
tried to get through the door quietly. I jarred it a little, and the noise made the man inside whirl around. In his hand, he held a gun.
David! What are you doing here?
I might ask you the same question, Mr. Sawyer.
Back now to our story. An original tale of fantasy by Richard Thorne entitled The Black Figurine of Death.
I had gone into the mausoleum. Standing there with a gun in his hand was the executor of the estate, Carl Sawyer.
David! What are you doing here?
I might ask you the same question, Mr. Sawyer.
I began to wonder. I don't believe in people coming back after they die, but...
Is that the reason for the gun?
I didn't know what I'd find. I wanted to be safe, that's all. Now that I see it's you, I'll put it back in my pocket. By the way, David, what are you doing out here?
I was restless. Harold thinks everything that's happened has some supernatural significance. All his talk made me nervous.
I see. And do you think that there is something supernatural about the way Emily died?
I don't know, Mr. Sawyer. I just don't know.
Sawyer and I returned to the house. I asked him to spend the remainder of the night with us. Besides, I wanted to keep an eye on him. I didn't feel much like sleeping, so I went down to the library, picked out a book, and sat down to read.
David?
Yes?
Mr. Sawyer told me you were down here. What's the matter?
I can't sleep.
David, I talked to Mr. Sawyer for almost 10 minutes. He said he thinks that you're in back of everything.
What did you say to that?
I told him I thought he was wrong.
Thanks for your confidence, Joyce.
The more I think about it, the more I think that Harold's right in what he says.
You mean that Uncle Amos has come back to life?
Yes.
I'd keep an eye on Sawyer if I were you.
Do you think he's in back of it?
I'm not sure.
But you must have some reason for it.
I went out to the mausoleum tonight about an hour ago. Sawyer was out there. He had a gun in his hand.
He told me he was just curious.
Why should he suddenly get curious at 3 o'clock in the morning?
Well, it does seem rather odd that he...
No! Stay away from me! I don't want to move! Stay away!
That was Sawyer. Come on.
Oh, couldn't have him again. It just couldn't.
We'll see.
Is that you, David?
Yes. I heard a shot.
Well, so did we.
I thought it was one of you.
Sawyer.
He came out late tonight. I found him out in the mausoleum about an hour ago.
Here's his room.
Try the door.
It's open.
On the floor.
Is he? Yes. He's dead.
Sawyer lay there on the floor, sprawled in the grotesque position of death. By one outstretched hand was a gun, and by the other, broken into 3 pieces, was a little black figurine. Harold called the police. They said they'd be out as soon as they could. The 3 of us went downstairs to the living room. I was right. It is Uncle Amos who's behind it.
Well, it must be. There's no other explanation.
I told you before that there are certain things which can never be explained. The deaths of Emily and Sawyer prove that.
You don't still think that Sawyer was in back of it, do you, David?
Hardly. Will or no will, I'm leaving here now. I'm not going to stay around here and be killed like the others. I'm going upstairs and back. I'll be down in a while.
I'm going to leave too, David. What about you?
I don't know. I still can't make myself believe.
David!
Stay here.
Oh, no, I'll go with you. If Harold's dead,
He has to be all right. Harold! Harold!
Doesn't answer.
Harold! Where are you?
Harold! Harold, answer us!
His door's open.
He'll be dead. He'll be dead just like the others.
No, Joyce, he's not here.
The mausoleum. Uncle Amos came and took him back to the mausoleum.
We went into Sawyer's room. Harold wasn't there, nor was Sawyer's gun. I supposed that Harold had picked it up on his way to the room. I decided to go out to the mausoleum to see if Joyce was right, to see if Harold's dead body would be found there. Joyce wouldn't remain in the house alone, so together we started out through the rain-filled night.
Why don't we wait until the police come, Dave?
If this is something supernatural, then they wouldn't be able to help us anyway.
David.
What's the matter?
The mausoleum door's open.
You can stay here if you want. I'm going in.
I'll go with you.
Stay close to me, Joyce.
I will. I don't like it in here, David.
Neither do I. But you're going to remain here for some time.
That was Harold's voice.
That's right. But turn the flashlight on. You can see me then.
But we thought you...
Dead? Hardly. But you two will be very soon.
Here's a gun, David.
That's right, Sawyer's gun. Plan this very carefully, David. When the police arrive, they'll find the three of you dead, and I'll be wounded. Tell them that Sawyer was behind it all, that he killed both of you out here, and that he came into the house searching for me. There was a fight. The gun went off, and he died.
Then you killed Emily and Sawyer?
Yes. Going to kill both of you, too. You don't think I believed all that hokum I fed you about Uncle Amos coming back, do you? Of course not. It served its purpose. And now you'll serve yours.
Phil, look out in back of you.
How stupid do you think I am?
Uncle Amos is coughing and slipping.
Get out of the way, Phil.
Get out of the way!
He's dead, Joyce.
Uncle Amos.
What did you say?
Remember what Uncle Amos said when he was dying? He'd come back and settle with us. The coffin. I wonder if it was just an accident that it slipped out of the crypt. Or whether Uncle Amos really did come back.
So runs tonight's tale of the unusual, the terrifying, the unknown. Join us again when next we journey down the corridors of the Hall of Fantasy to hear another strange tale of the supernatural. All characters and events portrayed in these programs are fictional, and any similarity to actual events or persons, living or dead, is purely coincidental. And now, the Hall of Fantasy. Welcome to the Hall of Fantasy. Welcome to the series of radio dramas dedicated to the supernatural, the unusual, and the unknown. Come with me, my friends. We shall descend to the world of the unknown and forbidden, down to the depths where the veil of time is lifted, and the supernatural reigns as king. Come with me and listen to the tale of the Silver Flask.
And so it is that the prophecy of Charming shall be fulfilled. For the evil committed, your reward is death.
And from the mouth of the flask poured a crawling white fog, which became quite dense, and then assumed the size and shape of the demon of the night, and it reached its hands towards his throat.
Stay away from me. Stay away from me.
In just a moment, the Hall of Fantasy will present the Silver Flask. And now for our story, an original tale of fantasy by Richard Thorne entitled The Silver Flask.
And so it was that you found caused the silver flask to be made. Small and thin it was, with a diamond embedded into its base, so that it could see. And we summoned the sorcerer Chao Ming and bade him bestow upon the clasp the mantle of magic. And this was done. For goodness, it will return good. For evil, it will bring death.
It began commonly enough. Chris and Pat Redfield and I had dropped into an art dealer's shop in the avenue. I don't know what made us go in. I think it's mere circumstance. There was an auction going on.
Going once, going twice, 3 times and gone. Sold to the lady in the brown fur coat.
Oh, that was a bargain, Chris, a real bargain.
I don't know, maybe.
I wonder what'll be up next.
Probably an old bed warmer. We might as well leave. I don't think there's anything here we'd be interested in, Pat.
Oh, just a few more minutes, Chris.
But we'll be late for... Oh, all right, Pat, but just a few minutes.
Oh, now there's a husband for you.
May I ask for your attention once more, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you. Now I ask you to look at the object in front of me. It's a flask, a silver flask, perhaps tarnished a trifle, but silver nonetheless. How old this object is, no one has been able to ascertain. How it came into the possession of this company is a mystery, but the workmanship is definitely Oriental. For a collector's item, it would be perfect.
I like the
Now,
look of
who
that.
will start bidding on
I
this
think I will.
valuable piece of art? Come, ladies and gentlemen, who will be the first to make a bid on the silver flask?
Go ahead, Chris.
$10.
$10. The man in the blue overcoat bid $10. Do I hear 15? 15.
20.
$20 for the silver flask before me. $20 is the bid. Do I hear 25? 25.
30.
50.
50.
No, Chris.
$50 is the bid. $50. Do I hear more? $50 is the bid. Going once. $50 going twice. $50 for the third time. Sold to Mr. Henry Stebbins.
Come on, let's get out of here.
All right, Chris.
You really wanted that flask, didn't you, Chris?
Yes, I don't know why, though.
Oh, it just caught your eye, that's all, darling.
Excuse me. Pardon me, please. Will you let me go through?
Look, Chris, there's the man who outbid you.
Oh, he seems to be coming over here.
He's waving to us.
I wonder what he wants.
Please, madam, will you let me by? Thank you. Excuse me, sir. I couldn't help but notice you bidding against me. I'm terribly sorry that only one of us could own the silver flask.
Oh, it's perfectly all right.
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Stebbins, Henry Stebbins. I'm retired now, you see, and my hobby is collecting unusual art objects. Your name is...
Oh, excuse me, Mr. Stebbins. This is Larry Reardon. How do you do? My wife, Pat Redfield.
How do you do?
And Chris is mine.
Really? I'm very pleased to meet you, all of you, you know. Are you by any chance interested in collecting art objects, Mr. Redfield?
I have an interest. I'm not a collector.
Mr. Reardon?
I'm afraid I'm in the same category as Chris.
I see. Well, I was wondering. I do have a rather good collection, you know, and I hope you won't think it presumptuous, but it's so infrequent that one meets people who are interested in the same things as he. Why don't you, all of you, come to dinner at my house next week? Say Monday?
Why, of course, Mr. Stebbins, we'd be delighted.
Here's my card. You will come, won't you? I'm sure you'll find it very interesting.
The following Monday, we went to Henry Stebbins' house. He seemed quite wealthy, for the house was large and lavishly furnished. After the meal, he showed us his collection, pausing finally when he came to the silver flask.
As you can see, the flask is a bit different, shall we say, from when you saw it last.
Why, it's as bright as a new coin.
That stone in the center, it wasn't there when I saw it at the auction.
Oh, yes, it was. It had been covered over by a thin layer of silver. I noticed the imperfection and took it off. Underneath was the diamond.
Are you serious?
Are you sure it's a diamond?
Oh, quite sure, Mr. Redfield. You see, the silver flask has quite a history. It's really very ancient.
How old is it?
Oh, at least 3,000 years, possibly more. It's a relic of the Yuan dynasty, lost for over 2 centuries.
How do you know these facts, Mr. Stebbins?
I've been watching for the flask for several years. Many times I was sure I'd found it, but needless to say, I was disappointed. At last, however, it's in my possession. Would you like to know some of its history?
Oh,
yes,
very
much.
All right, then. It was first ordered made by the Chinese Emperor Yu Zhuan, made for him by the sorcerer Zhao Ming, who also was responsible for a certain jade dagger I would like to possess. Zhao Ming bestowed this magic upon it. For goodness, it would return good, and for evil, it would bring death. The flask was in the family of Yu Juan for many generations. However, 100 years after it was first made, the last of the Juans was emperor. A member of his court plotted against him. Strangely enough, the original motivation was possession of the Silver Flask. But the night he came to steal the flask...
Who dares enter Emperor's bedchamber? Who is in here? What do you want? Where are you? It is so dark my eyes cannot see.
It is pity you not see dagger which brings you death.
Back now to our story. An original tale of fantasy by Richard Thorne entitled The Silver Flask.
Our eyes were upon Stebbins as he talked. Yet we saw not the man before us, but the scene which his words conjured up in our minds. Is this story true, Mr. Stebbins?
Every word of it, Mr. Reardon.
Is that all to the story?
Oh, no, not at all. There's a good deal more to it. A good deal.
I'd like to hear the rest of the story.
You're sure I'm not boring you?
No.
All right, then. Let me see. Where was I?
The Emperor had just been murdered.
Oh, yes. What had originally started as a covetous fascination about the Silver Flask resulted in the murder of the last of the Juans. The killer knew of the supposed magical properties of the flask, yet he thought it only legend, with no true significance. He took the Silver Flask with him when he left the side of the murdered Emperor. No one knew of the Emperor's death. When the killer retired for the night, he put the Silver Flask next to his bed. But he was unable to get sleep, and his gaze was drawn to the diamond in the flask, the all-seeing eye that Jiao Ming had given it. It began to glow and shine in the darkness, becoming a thing alive. The killer watched it in horrible fascination. And then he heard a voice.
And so it is that the prophecy of Jiao Ming shall be fulfilled. For the evil committed, your reward is death.
And from the mouth of the flask poured a crawling white frog which became dense, and then assumed the size and shape of a demon of the night, and it reached its hands toward his throat.
Stay away from me! Stay away from me!
So perished the killer of the last of the Juans.
It's a rather fantastic story.
Fantastic? Perhaps. The pattern has been repeated many times since, and perhaps it will be again.
There is something quite fascinating about it.
Yes, Mr. Redfield. Quite fascinating.
Of course, all that happened many years ago. I don't believe it's actually true. It's probably like so many other legends that change during the passage of the centuries. Endows a person or object with supernatural power, even though what actually occurred originally was nothing out of the ordinary.
Oh, that's quite possible, Mr. Reardon. But as a collector of these objects and their histories, I much rather prefer to believe the legend, as you call it.
Chris?
What?
Oh, you're so quiet. What were you thinking about?
It's really quite fascinating. The flask. I can hardly take my eyes off it.
The evening ended shortly thereafter with another invitation from Henry Stebbins that would return soon. Chris was silent as we drove home, his mind lost in thought, only occasionally joining in the conversation. I knew that he was thinking about the Silver Flask. I was inclined to think of the story Henry Stebbins had told us as coming from a man who was highly nervous, a man who, because of his loneliness and preoccupation with himself, would read into the slightest glance a willingness to commit murder. 3 days later, Pat Redfield dropped into my office.
I hope you don't mind my coming in to see you like this, Larry.
Oh, of course not, Pat. It's a pleasure. Cigarette?
No, thanks.
Now, what seems to be the trouble?
Oh, how did you...
What a look on your face. What's bothering you?
It's Chris.
Chris?
That's right, Larry. I know it's a strange term to use, but for the last 3 days he seems like a man possessed. Even at night when he's asleep, he has a nightmare. He talks and screams out.
When did this start?
That night we'd seen Henry Stebbins. I can't understand most of his words, but every once in a while I hear him say something about the Silver Flask. He seems to be struggling with someone or something. I just don't know. I'm so worried. I can't even think.
Oh, it's a story that Stebbins told us.
I know, but there must be some truth to it, Larry. Look at the tremendous fascination the Silver Flask holds for Chris. Sometimes I even think he'd be willing to kill Stebbins just to get his hands on it.
In the evenings, I took to parking my car across the street from Stebbins' house to see who his callers might be. About a week after Pat had been to my office, I'd been parked across from his house for several hours. It was almost midnight, and I was on the point of starting my car and driving home. When on my side of the street, about half a block away, I saw a familiar figure walking towards me. He walked slowly, like a man in a trance. His head turned so that his eyes were on Stebbins' house. Chris? What are you doing out here, Chris?
I might ask you the same question.
Been waiting for you.
Why me? Why not someone else?
Because no one else has an interest in the Silver Flask.
Has Pat been talking to you?
Not recently.
Then you know all about it, don't you, Larry? That I want the Silver Flask, that I'm going to get it now, tonight.
No, you're not, Chris.
Yes, I am, Larry. Now, get out of my way.
That knife back in your pocket, you fool.
It's pretty, isn't it? Just press a button and the blade snaps open. Out of my way.
You're not going anywhere with that knife.
No, we'll see about that. Oh, you asked for it, Larry. Let go of my arm.
Drop that knife. Drop it. Drop it.
All right.
That's better. Take this little thing. Now get into the car.
Oh, I'll get into the car, all right, Larry. I won't make any fuss about that. You think you're doing me a favor by stopping me. I don't. Maybe my chance is lost tonight, but I'll get another. Don't worry about that. There isn't anything that's going to stand in my way. Not you, not Pat, most certainly not Stebbins. I'd even commit murder to get that Silver Flask.
Back now to our story. An original tale of fantasy by Richard Thorne entitled The Silver Flask.
Chris was quiet and sullen as I drove him home. He didn't say a word to me all the while we were together. I watched him enter the front door of his house, and I drove back to my apartment. When I got there, I called Henry Stebbins.
Hello?
Mr. Stebbins, this is Larry Reardon.
Oh, yes.
You'd better make sure that your house is locked up tight from now on.
Your friend?
Yes. I've been watching the front of your house for several nights. Tonight, about midnight, I saw Chris. I think he intended to break in.
I'll be careful. Thanks for calling.
In the morning, for some reason, Henry Stebbins phoned first the Redfields and then me, and asked us to come to dinner that night. I couldn't understand his line of reasoning unless he enjoyed playing a cat and mouse game with Chris. Pat didn't want to go, but Chris insisted, and promptly at 7 we were at Stebbins' house. We finished the meal and adjourned to the library.
I'd like to see your collection again, Mr. Stebbins.
Oh, I'll be glad to show it to you. Would you two like to come with us?
No, I'll stay here if you don't mind.
So will I.
All right. Then just you and I'll go to see it, Chris.
Suits me.
We'll be back in a little while.
I wonder if we should have let him go alone.
Chris won't try anything while we're here, Pat.
I hope you're right.
Besides, I'm sure that Stebbins can protect himself.
Oh, I'm worried about him, Larry. Chris has changed, though. When we're alone, he never says anything anymore. He just doodles on a scratch pad with a pencil. Always draws the same picture.
The Silver Flask?
Yes. I think something's wrong with his mind.
Oh, I don't think it's any...
Just a minute, Mr. Redfield.
Where is it? Where's the Silver Flask?
Come on, Pat. We shouldn't have let him go alone.
I figured it would be best to put the flask away. I know it disturbs you quite strongly.
I could kill you,
Oh,
Stebbins.
Stop them, Larry.
Don't worry.
Now, stay away from me, Redfield.
You'd be better off dead.
All right, now, stop it.
Stop it, both of you. He knew I wanted to see the flask. He hid it on purpose.
Thought it would be the wisest thing to do.
Oh, Chris, how could you do such a thing?
Let's just forget this ever happened.
Well, I'm perfectly willing to do that, you know. I really don't mean to gloat, Mr. Redfield, but I have the Silver Flask and you haven't, and I know you wanted it.
Why, you...
You see, that's why I hid it from you. After all, as long as you don't know where it is, my life is safe. Isn't that right?
Stebbins was right, of course. As long as Chris didn't know the whereabouts of the Silver Flask, Stebbins' life would be safe. But if Chris knew where it was with his overpowering obsession to own it and Stebbins stood in the way, his life would mean nothing to Chris. But Chris had told me that he wouldn't stop, even at murder.
And so it was that Yutron caused the Silver Flask to be made. And he summoned the sorcerer Charming, and bade him bestow upon the flask the mantle of magic. And this was done.
2 days later, I was home in the apartment. I'd sat down with a good book, and it was about 11 o'clock when the phone rang. Yes?
Oh, Larry, this is Pat. You'd better go over to the Stebbins house right away.
Why?
Chris came home this evening. Sat, fidgeted all night long, and then about 15 minutes ago, he muttered something about the Silver Flask and ran out of the house.
You think he was going to see Stebbins?
Yes, I think so. You have to hurry over there, Larry, before he does anything.
Have you called Stebbins?
Yes, I warned him. But Chris might do anything. Go over there, Larry. See that there's nothing wrong. I have the strangest feeling that Stebbins is going to die tonight.
At last the time had come. I knew it would, sooner or later. Chris had to be stopped from entering that house at all costs. I hopped into my car and drove over to Stebbins' place as quickly as I could. Within 15 minutes, I was knocking on his front door.
Oh, I'm glad you came, Larry.
That phoned you, didn't she?
Yes, I'm sorry I took so long coming through the door, but I was looking out the front window to see who it was. Come in. It's strange what power the Silver Flask has, Larry.
You should never have invited him back here after I told you what had happened.
We might as well go into the library.
You know, I think you better call the police.
You think it's that serious?
Yes.
I'll call from the library.
Is your house secure?
Oh, yes. Everything's locked and bolted. Hey, sit down, won't you? I'll phone the police.
Stebbins, the flask still hidden?
What? Oh, no. It's over there on the table. Perhaps the police can send a man out and you'll be able to go home. Oh, hello? My name is Henry Stebbins. I have good reason to believe that someone is going to make an attempt on my life tonight. What? Name? Chris Redfield. He's wanted something of mine for some time. He'll do anything to get it. Yes, I'd appreciate that. Thank you very much. I'll have a man out here in 15 minutes.
I didn't tell you that Chris had a knife the night he came here to kill you, did I?
No, you didn't.
Well, that's funny. Still have it with me.
Well, we'll give it to the police when they get here.
Yes, I'm sure they'll find it.
What?
The knife. I'm sure the police will find it.
What do you mean?
This is Chris's knife. You should never have been afraid of him, Mr. Stebbins. Chris would never really kill you. But I would.
Stay away from me.
I can't do that. You see, Stebbins, everything fits in perfectly now. You've warned the police against Chris. They'll find his knife. They'll never suspect me.
You're insane.
No, far from it. I merely want the Silver Flask.
The curse. Don't forget the curse.
Who believes in curses, Mr. Stebbins?
Don't come any closer.
Just close enough. Ah! Good night, Mr. Stebbins. I have the Silver Flask. It stands in the dresser next to my bed. The diamond shines so in the dark. It seems almost to be getting brighter. I imagine the police are looking for Chris right. The diamond is getting brighter. And there's something else. The sound. Like the sound of escaping air. There's something here in this room with me.
And so it was that your charm caused the Silver Flask to be made. Small and thin it was, with a diamond embedded into its face, so that it could see. And he summoned the sorcerer Charming and bade him bestow upon the flask the mantle of magic. And this was done. For goodness it will return good, for evil it will bring death.
So runs tonight's tale of the unusual, the terrifying, the unknown. Join us again when next we journey down the corridors of the Hall of Fantasy to hear another strange tale of the supernatural. All characters and events portrayed in these programs are fictional, and any similarity to actual events or persons, living or dead, is purely coincidental. And now, the Hall of Fantasy. Welcome to the Hall of Fantasy. Welcome to the series of radio dramas dedicated to the supernatural, the unusual, and the unknown. Come with me, my friends. We shall descend to the world of the unknown and forbidden, down to the depths where the veil of time is lifted, and the supernatural reigns as king. Come with me and listen to the tale of the Dance of the Devil Dolls.
Hello? Anyone out here?
You don't think...
I don't know what to think, Chuck. We'd better take a good look around.
There's something strange about this whole set. I don't know...
Emery. What? Look. It's him. Come on. No wonder he didn't answer us, Chuck.
You mean?
That's right. He's dead.
In just a moment, the Hall of Fantasy will present The Dance of the Devil Dolls. And now for our story. An original tale of fantasy by Richard Thorne entitled The Dance of the Devil Dolls.
Have you heard of avoutement? Literally, the word means face image. The practice of avoutement is as ancient as Egypt and Assyria, and still found from Ceylon to the United States, Europe to Africa, South America to Scandinavia. A figure is made to resemble that of a hated enemy, then methodically injured or destroyed, resulting in pain and death for its human counterpart. Charles and I had gone up for a weekend of fishing. Saturday night at dusk, when the sky had dulled from blue to gray, and the gray was shading darker every minute, we were walking back up to the cabin.
Not a bad haul, huh, Emery?
For you, not for me. I'll bet you the smallest of those 3 bass weighs over 4 pounds. What bait were you using?
A spoon. Fish just wouldn't leave it alone. Anyway, we'll have a good fish dinner tonight.
And maybe tomorrow my luck will change.
Well, I hope so.
What time is it?
About 9. We've been out 5 hours.
Chuck.
Yeah?
There's someone coming down the trail towards us.
Where? Oh, yes, I see.
Can't be going down to fish this late.
Oh, we can't tell. Some guys really get the bug. There's a guy I know named Lloyd Erskine who will fish off...
Excuse me, gentlemen.
He means us.
Wonder what he wants.
Excuse me, gentlemen. I lost something. I wonder if you found it.
I don't know what you're looking for, mister, but we haven't found it, whatever it is.
Perhaps you saw it lying on the ground. It was a doll.
A doll?
Yes, about 12 inches tall. It looked something like me.
I'm sorry, we haven't seen it. Of course, you can always buy your daughter
It doesn't belong to my daughter.
Oh. Well, we haven't seen it.
Are you staying at a cabin on this lake?
Yes.
Only until tomorrow night.
It's right at the head of the trail up there. You must have passed it as you started down.
If by any chance you do come across it, I'll stop in before I leave this area, if you don't mind.
Well, that's perfectly all right.
Thank you, gentlemen. I must have the doll for the dance tonight, or the old woman will be angry.
Well, what do you make of that?
Search me.
He talked so strangely. I must have the doll for the dance tonight, or the old woman will be angry. I think he's off his rocker.
Well, it's not our worry, Henry. Come on, let's go.
We went back up to our cabin, cleaned the fish, and had one of those fish dinners you talk about for years. It was about 11 o'clock, and we'd started to go to bed, intending to get up as early as possible the next morning when there was a knock on the door.
I wonder who that is.
I don't know, but we'll soon find out. Oh, it's you.
Yes. May I come in?
Of course.
I see you found the doll.
Yes. I wanted to let you know that I had.
Well, thanks for telling us.
Now I must take him to the dance.
Well, the dance ought to be just about over.
Oh, no, it hasn't begun yet.
Well, you'd better get there or your wife will be angry.
You misunderstood me. I said the old woman, not my wife. You see, I'm not married.
Oh.
I hope you'll forgive me. I see that you're just about ready to retire, but I'm afraid.
Afraid? Of what?
The old woman is already angry with me. I told her I'd lost the doll, and she swore that if I didn't find it, she'd kill me. That's why I've come to you. If you hear that I'm dead tomorrow, that I committed suicide, you'll know it's not the truth. If I could only get in touch with Dr. George Kaltman, he could help, but I'm caught up in something I can't stop, and it's too late to get out now. I've tried to... Oh, my head!
You dropped your doll.
I didn't drop it. She caused it to move. She doesn't want me to talk. I've said too much already. I must go now.
Here's your doll.
Thank you. Remember what I told you. If I'm dead tomorrow, it's murder. Good night, gentlemen.
After he dropped the doll, did you get a good look at him, Chuck?
Yeah.
The doll hit the floor on its forehead. A few seconds later, there was a heavy bruise on the right side of his forehead.
You know, he said if he was found dead tomorrow, then it would be murder.
It was about 11:30 when we finally got to bed. We'd opened the windows of the cabin. The sound of the alarm clock we brought with us mingled with that of the crickets outside.
The old woman said you must die.
I heard something. I didn't know what it was. It sounded strangely like words, but they were uttered in a voice so tiny and shrill that I thought I was imagining things. But then, I heard his voice.
No, I won't die. They'll help me.
Henry, I didn't know you were awake.
I couldn't sleep. I thought I heard a tiny little voice.
I thought
Hey, no!
The old woman will take care of them, too.
But I'm not going to die. I'm not going to...
Back now to our story. An original tale of fantasy by Richard Thorne entitled The Dance of the Devil Dolls.
Charles and I had retired for the night, but neither of us could sleep. Suddenly, from outside, we heard the voice of the man we'd met earlier, and another voice, high and shrill, and somehow deadly.
The old woman will take care of them, too.
But I'm not going to die. I'm not going to...
What's going on out there?
We'd better take a look.
With a pair of Hansons and shoes on.
Remember what he said about dying?
Yeah. You ready?
Yes.
Right, let's go. Beginning to think that guy belongs in an institution.
Maybe not. I think his scream came from the left.
I'll take a look over there, then. Didn't tell us his name, did he?
No.
Well, I'll try calling him. Anybody out here? Hello? Anyone out here? You don't think...
I don't know what to think, Chuck. We'd better take a good look around.
Something strange about this whole setup. I don't know it. Emery. What? Look.
It's him. Come on. No wonder he didn't answer his Chuck.
You mean?
That's right. He's dead.
That little doll looks so much like him. I don't see it anywhere around.
Neither do I. You know, Chuck, it sounds crazy to say it, but that shrill, high little voice we heard...
You're letting this thing run wild with your imagination, Emery. Even though it looked like him, it's just a doll, nothing else.
It had to be my imagination, of that I was sure. But the mere thought of it, of the doll which so resembled the man with its shining face and beady little eyes, caused a strange sense of apprehension and fear to come across me. And I glanced out into the darkness and saw only the lumbering shadows of the trees and heard the rustle of their leaves as they brushed together. I saw nothing. Yet I had the feeling that something with beady little eyes was watching us. We notified the authorities. They came out, found no evidence of foul play, diagnosed his death as being caused by heart failure. Our luck was exceptionally bad out on the lake Sunday, and we drove home that night, speaking but little, thinking only of what had happened the night before. About 10 days after we returned to the city, both Charles and I were home one evening. We shared an apartment together, and that night neither of us had anything to do. We were playing gin rummy.
One more hand like that and you'll be out, you lucky dog.
It was pure skill, my friend. No luck involved.
Cut? No, I trust you.
It's a good thing Pamela stood you up tonight.
She knew that you wanted a gin partner.
Don't be humorous. Proposed to her yet?
No, but I'm working on it. You know, you deal like a card shark. I have nothing but...
Expecting anyone?
No, you. Mm-mm. Well, I'll see who it is.
Whoever it is, get rid of him. I got a good hand.
Coming right up.
Is this the residence of Mr. Emery Ryerson and Mr. Charles Hunter?
Yes, it is, but...
I have a package for you.
Are you expecting a package, Emery?
Just bills, no packages.
It's for both of you.
All right, I'll take it.
Thank you. And good evening, sir.
Oh, yes, good evening. It's an old woman. She had a package for us.
Well, set it down on the table and open it, man. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
So I'll open it. It's wrapped very well.
Maybe it's a bottle of scotch.
Who will be sending us a bottle of...
Someone has a real fine sense of humor.
It's like the doll that fellow had with him.
It's the same doll. Notice that little nick out of its forehead? That happened when he dropped it on the floor.
What are we going to do with it?
I don't know.
We can keep it, I suppose.
Well, let's get back to the game.
No, I'm not in the mood now. You know, Emery, I can't help but remember what he said.
The man who died?
Yes. He said I must have the doll for the dance tonight, or the old woman will be angry.
Yes, that's right. What brought that back to your mind?
The woman who delivered this package.
We put the lid back on the box and left it on the kitchen table with the cards we'd been using. Neither of us entered the kitchen again that evening. We went to bed a short time after 12. Again, I was restless and couldn't sleep. I had the same feeling I'd had that night in the cabin. And I remembered the words I'd heard spoken in that unearthly little voice.
The old woman will take care of them, too.
And I wondered if I'd only imagined those words, or whether they had actually been uttered by the creature in the box in the other room. It was then I heard it, like a thin, reedy piping. It sounded like music, a rhythmic, discordant melody I'd never heard before. And then I heard another sound.
Henry?
Yes?
Am I going crazy?
I hear it, too. I think we'd better see what it is.
All right. I don't like this, Henry.
It sounds
I know what it sounds like. Emery.
I can't believe my eyes.
The box is open. And the little doll, Emery. It's moving. It's dancing on the table.
Back now to our story. An original tale of fantasy by Richard Thorne entitled The Dance of the Devil Dolls.
Charles and I couldn't believe our eyes, for the scene before us was as bizarre and fantastic as the wildest dream of an insane imagination.
It's moving. It's dancing on the table.
Yes, I see it.
This is something that... I'm going to destroy that thing.
Be careful. Look out, Chuck. It's running.
Going to get it if it's the last thing I do.
It's running over toward the window.
It's gone. Gone through the glass.
Maybe it's down there on the sidewalk.
Possible, but that's a 2-story drop.
I can't see it.
No, Emery. It's gone. They turned again to the old woman.
The man who had died had mentioned the name that night in the cabin. The name of Dr. George Kaltman. Now it came back into my mind. Kaltman was associated with occult research. If Kaltman could have helped the man who died, perhaps he could explain what was happening to us. We got in touch with him and made an appointment for the following evening.
You have told me everything that has happened. Is that correct, gentlemen?
Yes, everything. We'd like to know what it all means.
Well, I shall explain it to you as best I can. Have either of you ever heard of envoûtement?
No. Not that I recall.
Well, envoûtement is the practice of making little dolls to resemble a hated enemy and then methodically injuring or destroying it, thus bringing about either pain or death, or both, in the doll's human counterpart.
Dr. Colton, this doll we saw last night, it moved, it danced.
I know. What you witnessed last night was the dance of the devil dolls.
You say these dolls bring about pain or death, Dr. Coltman. Why should we be singled out?
The man who died told you about the old woman. Is that not correct?
Yes.
Therefore, you must be destroyed. She feels that you are dangerous to her, that you know too much. Undoubtedly, the woman you saw last night, Mr. Hunter, was the manipulator, controller of the little figures. Since you saw her, she has probably made little figures of both of you. But before it will live and be subject to her will, she must have a part of you, a lock of your hair, a fingernail clipping, anything that will make yours and the doll's identities one and the same.
What should we do?
Go back to your apartment. I shall return with you. She will send the little doll back to your apartment tonight. I'm sure of that. We must capture the doll, for it is the only thing that will lead us to her.
Kaltman, Charles, and I returned to our apartment and took up our vigil in the bedroom, for that was the place the doll and the old woman would expect us to be. We made dummies of the extra blankets and arranged the beds so it looked as if we were sleeping.
You left the apartment door unlocked?
Yes. But why? It only makes it easier for it to enter.
That is what we must do. One way or the other, the doll would find means of entrance. If not tonight, then another. You have no idea what those little creatures are capable. Listen. It is coming. Be quiet. Wait until it is in here. Then close the bedroom door and put on the lights.
We understand.
Now, quiet. Now! Catch it quickly!
There it is, over there. This time it won't get away.
Don't let it get near the window!
I've got it!
Quickly, put it in here! Ah, there. We have it.
Now, what do we do?
This doll will lead us to the doll woman.
You mean now? Tonight?
Yes, Mr. Ryerson. She will know that we have captured her little messenger if it does not return in a few hours, and she will be prepared to stop us. We must find her, destroy her if need be, before she has a chance to destroy you.
Then began one of the strangest sights I've ever seen. Coltman took the doll out of the box in which we'd imprisoned it, tied its arms and legs while it writhed and twisted in his hand. Then he began speaking to it, softly, rhythmically, slowly putting it into a hypnotized sleep. The eyelids of the little figure finally closed, and it was in an hypnotic trance.
Sleep and tell me. Now, listen to me. You must tell me where your mistress is. You must tell me where your mistress is.
The House of Dolls.
The House of Dolls.
It's a strange answer.
Not so strange, my friends. I know what it means.
What is it?
She's a diabolical person, this doll woman. The House of Dolls is a toy shop with rare and unusual dolls. What better place to hide? No one would suspect what was behind those burning eyes of hers. I myself have purchased dolls for my little granddaughter from her. We must go there immediately. We have no time to lose. This is the place.
Let's go.
Right. It's past 2. There's no one on the streets.
Oh, it's better. Try the door.
It's open.
Probably waiting in the rear of the shop was a creature she sent out.
Well, let's go in.
As quietly as possible. We must catch her by surprise.
All right.
There's a light coming from beneath that door back there.
That is where we must go.
Listen.
It is the dance of the devil dolls.
The door's ajar.
They're in there. I can see them.
Yes, so do I.
Be quiet.
And soon, my children, you will be joined by 2 others. And then, no one can harm you. For when the new doll returns, he will bring with him what I need for the spell of the dancers.
We must take her now.
And they will join you in the dance of the devil doll.
Now!
What are you doing here?
We've come to stop you.
Look out, Colton. She has a gun.
So have I. She is dead. She will cause no more harm.
Seems strange to see those little creatures on the floor. All of them so quiet and still. And just a short while ago.
They were participating in the dance of the devil doll.
Yes.
Do not feel pity for them, Mr. Hunter. The dolls did not really live. They were a creation of evil, sparked by the malevolence of the old woman. When she died, they died with her. Perhaps the humans they resembled will rest quietly now.
Tonight's tale of the unusual, the terrifying, the unknown. Join us again when next we journey down the corridors of the Hall of Fantasy to hear another strange tale of the supernatural. All characters and events portrayed in these programs are fictional, and any similarity to actual events or persons, living or dead, is purely coincidental. And now, the Hall of Fantasy. Welcome to the Hall of Fantasy. Welcome to the series of radio dramas dedicated to the supernatural, the unusual, and the unknown. Come with me, my friends. We shall descend to the world of the unknown and forbidden, down to the depths where the veil of time is lifted, and the supernatural reigns as king. Come with me and listen to the tale of the Diamonds of Death.
What's that?
A cat. Probably a tiger somewhere in the jungle.
Oh, it frightens me. Are you sure they won't attack our camp?
The campfire alone is enough to keep them at a good distance. Don't worry, Sharon. You'll be safe.
Listen.
Yes, native drums.
Somehow they sound ominous.
They only sound ominous if you believe them to be.
The diamonds bring death.
What's going on out there?
Just a wounded animal screaming
Oh,
out.
no. No, there was something else.
Do you think the jungle has a voice, Frau Courtney? That is only for children to believe.
In just a moment, the Hall of Fantasy will present The Diamonds of Death. And now for our story. An original tale of fantasy by Richard Thorne entitled The Diamonds of Death.
Vince Porter had just returned from a business trip to Caracas. He called me shortly after his plane landed and said that it was important that Sharon and I come over to his hotel that evening. I tried to get more information out of him, but had no success. At 8:30 that evening, we were in his apartment, and there began the story I am telling you. Good to see you, Vince.
Glad to be back, Jeff. Sharon, you're looking lovelier than ever.
Oh, always there with a compliment, Vince. Now, why don't you say nice things like that to me, Jeff?
I'm married to you, darling.
There's someone else here that I want you to meet.
Well, you sounded so mysterious over the phone, I'd almost think you were guarding some great secret.
Well, it's a secret, all right. I'm going to tell you what it's all about tonight. These are the people I told you about, Carl.
A pleasure.
Sharon and Jeff Courtney, Carl von Ornfeld.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Have you told them anything yet?
No, sit down, kids. Make yourselves comfortable.
Now, what's it all about, Vince?
I'll show it to them, Carl.
Yeah.
What is it?
It looks like a diamond, but it can't be. I've never seen a diamond that large.
It not only looks like a diamond, it is one, Jeff. The largest diamond in the world.
You're not trying to joke with us, are you, Vince?
No, I'm not.
Where did you get it?
From a man I befriended in Caracas. He gave it to me.
Well, that's worth a fortune. What would he want to give it to you for? He certainly could use it himself.
Not where he is.
What do you mean?
The man who gave the diamond to Herr Porter is dead.
Oh? Well, I hope you'll excuse me if I seem a little dense, but I'd appreciate hearing the story from beginning to end.
All right, Jeff. I met this man. His name was George Maupetit, a Frenchman, at the hotel in which I was staying in Caracas. He was a strange man, seemed to be afraid of his own shadow. One night, it was quite late, he knocked at my door. He asked me if I'd let him come inside for a while, but he had reason to believe his life was in danger. I couldn't refuse him, of course. That was the first time I saw the diamond. He said he'd been with a hunting party that had gone deep into the Belgian Congo and stumbled upon a strange race of white men who worshipped a huge stone idol on the bank of the Congo River near the equator. They made offerings to this idol, and the offerings were diamonds. His party waited until the ceremony was over. When the people had gone, they took all the diamonds they could carry with them and started back to civilization. But one by one, the men in his party died, until he was the only survivor. He felt sure that he was being followed and took passage for Caracas. That was when he met me.
Then what happened?
Well, 2 days later, he again came to my room. Carl was there with me. He gave me the diamond, said I was to keep it for him. That if anything happened to him, it was mine to do with as he wished.
Well, evidently something did happen to him.
Yes, early the next morning, they found him dead in his room.
How had he died?
No one knew.
It was quite unusual. 3 doctors examined him, and not one of them could tell us how he died or what caused his death. George Maupetit had just stopped living. And so you have the diamond?
Yes, that's right.
What are you going to do with it?
Keep it and go into the Congo and look for these people he told me about.
Won't it be dangerous?
Yes, but I don't expect it to be too dangerous. We ought to be able to get back in one piece, eh, Carl?
Yeah. And when we come back, we will bring with us as many diamonds as we can carry.
Well, that's the reason you're going in.
Yes.
Why have you told us all this?
Because I want you to go with us. What about it?
I don't know.
Think, Mr. Courtney. When we return, all of us will be millionaires.
What do you think, Sharon?
It's your decision, Jeff, not mine.
Well, Mr. Courtney?
I'll go with you.
Then I'm going too.
You'd better stay.
Oh, no, I won't be any trouble, believe me.
Vince?
She can come with us.
As long as she makes no trouble for us.
No, don't worry. I can take care of myself.
All right, then it's settled.
I just thought of something.
What?
Well, this is going to cost a lot of money. Where's it coming from?
From the diamond we already have. We are going to sell it.
I guess that takes care of all the answers.
All of them.
And it is agreed that we share in the diamonds equally, 1/4 share for each.
I like that.
You bet you will. We'll leave as soon as we can get ourselves clear.
Oh, it seems such a shame. Jeff.
What's the matter?
Look at the diamond.
I don't see anything.
It's shining so strangely. Before it was dull in color, but now look at it. Gleaming and shining as if there was something inside of it that was alive.
Back now to our story. An original tale of fantasy by Richard Thorne entitled The Diamonds of Death.
A month later, we took off from New York, bound for Dakar. There, we changed planes, and several hours later found us in Leopoldville, where we bought a car and a truck and our provisions, hired 3 native men to come with us, and set out on the last leg of our trip. The roads were good for the first 500 miles, but eventually we were forced to abandon the car and truck and set out on foot.
How much farther have we to go?
About 250 kilometers.
I've been noticing the natives we brought with us. They seem to be getting nervous and afraid.
Yes, they've heard stories about the idol in the jungle, and they're afraid of it. They say to go near it means misfortune. To steal from it means death.
What's that?
A cat. Probably a tiger somewhere in the jungle who has just found his dinner.
Oh, it frightens me.
There's nothing to be afraid of, Sharon. We can protect ourselves. We have all the guns and ammunition we need.
I was wondering, Vince, you don't think there's any danger of the natives taking off some night and heading back?
I don't know.
They don't know where we're heading, do they?
No, but they do know it's in the general direction of the Stanley Falls. I think that's what's making them nervous.
I should think the closer we get to the falls, the more apt they'll be to desert us.
They will die if they try to desert us when we get close to the falls. I will see to that.
You mean you'd shoot them down?
Not really, but I will say that to them if need be. They will think twice then before they try so foolish a thing.
Elephant.
Are you sure the animals won't attack our camp?
The campfire alone is enough to keep them at a good distance. Don't worry, Sharon. You'll be safe.
I hope so.
Listen.
Yes. Native drums.
Somehow they sound ominous.
They only sound ominous if you believe them to be.
What's going on out there?
Just a wounded animal screaming out.
Oh, no. No, there was something else.
I heard it, too. A voice that spoke from the jungle.
You're imagining it.
I don't know.
You think the jungle has a voice, Herr Courtney? That is only for children to believe.
We pushed ahead in the days that followed. The deeper into the jungle we went, the more difficult was it for us to travel. And the drums, the jungle messenger who throbbed out before us that we were coming to steal the diamonds from the idol.
Now, according to the map, we should reach the river tomorrow. This is the spot the Frenchman said where we would find the idol. This is the end of our trail.
We'll all be rich.
But will we be alive to enjoy it?
Of course we will.
I'm beginning to wonder. The drums. Those are the same drums we've heard ever since we started into the jungle. They know we're coming. They're waiting for us.
You notice that every time those drums start up, it seems to drive the animals mad? They're comparatively quiet until the drums start beating.
They do seem to get angry when the drums begin.
I say to you, the diamonds bring death.
There it is again.
There, what is?
The voice.
Nonsense. You heard nothing but the animals and the drums.
Didn't anyone else hear it?
I thought I heard something. I'm not sure.
I think you're tired and nervous, Sharon. We all need a good night's sleep. In the morning, you'll feel a great deal better, I'm sure.
Keep moving. Keep moving.
They're going as fast as they can, Carl.
They are afraid, and their fear makes their feet lag.
Why don't you relax, Carl? We're almost there.
Because I won't be satisfied. Look. The idol of the diamonds.
Why, it must be 100 feet tall.
Standing up with its legs outspread and its arms stretched forward as if it were waiting to greet us.
There's something frightening about it.
Look.
Where?
Over there. There's a man coming toward us.
Put your gun down, Carl.
What do the strangers want?
We have come to see the idol.
The idol has seen you, and you have seen it.
You speak English?
Yes. Some of your countrymen have stumbled upon our secret. From them we learned your talk.
We come as friends.
Friends? Of all those who have come here, none came as friends. They came to steal the diamonds from the idol.
What's that noise?
Time will teach you. You say you come as friends. If so, you will be treated as friends. If not, then the diamonds will be your death. Come, follow me. I shall take you to my village.
I guess we're to spend the night here.
Well, they seem friendly enough.
Strange how they all disappeared when it became dark. Well, the whole village seems to be deserted.
What fools we are. Of course. This is the night of the full moon. This is the night they make the offerings to the idol. The village is deserted. Listen. I am going to see the ceremony.
We'll all go.
Do not make any noise then. Come.
All right, let's go.
Don't go so fast. Be quiet. They must not hear us. They must not know we are watching them.
We must be getting close.
Yeah, we are.
I can see something ahead.
Yes, through the trees.
The whole village is there.
And look, each man walks to the idol and sets at its feet diamonds.
What's the matter?
They've stopped chanting.
Strangers, we know that you watch us. Step out into the clearing, but always remember that if you betray our trust, death will reach out and touch you, and the power of the diamond idol will destroy you, even as it has destroyed all others who have betrayed us. Strangers, step out into the clearing.
Back now to our story. An original tale of fantasy by Richard Thorne entitled The Diamonds of Death.
We had followed the sound of the chanting, and it brought us to the riverbank, the clearing in which the idol stood, white and tall, rising up into the sky. We thought they weren't aware of our presence, but we were wrong.
Strangers, step out into the clearing.
They know we're here. Let's do as he says.
Right.
Don't try anything, Carl.
That is as far as you can come. Stop there. You have followed us, strangers.
You say you are interested in the idol of diamonds? Then you may stay here. You may watch the ceremonial offering. ¿Dónde creo?
Here is the diamond that places the idol's feet.
No expression on their faces, just walking towards the idol, as if they were hypnotized.
Later, when the village is asleep, we shall return to this place. And when we leave, we shall take with us all the diamonds we can carry.
And now I leave you. You will spend the rest of the night here.
Thank you.
Make no attempt to steal the diamonds, for the idol will raise up in wrath and bring the fury of the jungle down upon your heads. He will raise his voice in anger, and there will be no escape from him, for the fever of the curse will be upon you, and you shall die.
I understand, Buddha.
It is my hope that you do. May we meet again on the morrow.
Well, let's go inside the hut.
All right.
What do you think, Miss?
I don't know, Jim.
He said if the diamonds are stolen, the idol will cry out in anger and death will be our reward. I believe him.
So do I.
I think they're right, Carl. I think we should leave here just the way we came.
You think I came all this way so that I could turn around and go back to civilization empty-handed? You're mad if you think that.
Think of George Mopate.
Mopate died of a fever.
That's what we thought he died of. But it wasn't caused by the jungle. It was caused by the power of the diamond idol.
You are a superstitious fool.
Quiet. Do you want the whole village down on our heads?
All right. I say to you, we came here for diamonds. We leave here with diamonds.
I'm not taking any.
Yes, right.
And I agree with him.
All right. Let it be that way then. Perhaps it is better that way. For in the end, I would have been the only one left.
What do you mean?
That when we got near the edge of the jungle, I was going to kill you. Because I wanted them all, not just 1/4. But now you have said you want none of the diamonds. That means I own them all. And you will help me carry my diamonds back. You and the native porters we brought with us.
That's where you're mistaken, Carl. We're not going to help you carry them back.
Oh, but you are.
He has a gun.
And I will not hesitate to use it.
You're a fool.
You are the fools, not I. Now, my gun is ready to talk for me. The village is asleep now. We will go back to the clearing and get the diamonds. Move. I said move. That is correct. The native workers we brought with us are in the next hut. You will get them. Tell them that we are leaving. They will be more than glad to come with us. Now get your packs, and we shall go.
We can't possibly carry any more diamonds.
You are not carrying enough.
It'll have to be enough, Carl. If the natives are loaded down, they can hardly walk. Our packs are just as heavy.
We can't take any more.
It is a shame to leave them here. But then, one can always return without his companions, of course.
It's a long trail back, Van Arnberg, and you'll have to sleep sometime.
We shall see about that. Now let us go. Move along! To think that you believe the story he told us. What fools you all are.
Maybe not.
They do not even know that we have gone.
What's that?
I don't know.
And the idol shall raise his voice in anger. And there will be no escape from him.
Listen.
They do know that we're gone, Carl.
Then you must hurry. The first one who slows down shall answer to me.
So, the whole jungle is awake.
Hurry! Move quicker! Start to run!
We have to stop to rest. We've been traveling like this for 2 hours.
You cannot rest.
Even you're tired, Carl. We must rest or we won't be able to go on much longer.
Oh, please.
For your own good, too. If we don't rest along the way, we'll drop down in our tracks and we won't be able to carry the diamonds out for you.
Stop then and rest. But Do not try anything.
Don't worry. We won't. We won't have to.
Shut up.
Vince.
Yes?
Haven't we been here before?
Don't get you.
This is the spot we were in when they discovered us watching the ceremony.
Are you sure?
Yes. Just ahead of us, there should be a clearing. The clearing in which the idol stands.
We've been traveling in a circle.
What did you say?
We can go on now.
Then let us go.
Move along. Move.
Yeah, you're right. The clearing is...
Something is wrong. We have been here before. We are back in the clearing. We have traveled in a circle. I must get away. I must. The animal. It jumped out from behind the trees. He didn't have a chance.
How horrible.
Yes, it is horrible. But it was the death that he deserved.
We didn't want to take the diamonds, Ruta.
I know. When you came here, the thought was in your mind. But you were wise in that you pushed it away from you.
What are you going to do with us?
You and your party may leave this place in peace. And when you return to your world of civilization, it would be better if you did not tell them of what has occurred here. That there will be others, even though you do not tell them. There will be others who come upon this place. Let us hope that they do as you have done. For if they steal from the diamond idol, death shall be visited upon them, and it may come in many forms. But it will come.
So runs tonight's tale of the unusual, the terrifying, the unknown. Join us again when next we journey down the corridors of the Hall of Fantasy to hear another strange tale of the supernatural. All characters and events portrayed in these programs are fictional, and any similarity to actual events or persons, living or dead, is purely coincidental. And now, the Hall of Fantasy. Welcome to the Hall of Fantasy. Welcome to the series of radio dramas dedicated to the supernatural, the unusual, and the unknown. Come with me, my friends. We shall descend to the world of the unknown and forbidden, down to the depths where the veil of time is lifted, and the supernatural reigns as king. Come with me and listen to the tale of the Masks of Ashor.
What's the matter, honey? What's wrong?
Oh, I must be going insane.
Why?
Oh, I was asleep. Suddenly, I woke up. A voice seemed to be calling to me. I started downstairs, always listening to that strange, unearthly voice. When I got down here, I walked into the living room and stood by the fireplace looking at the Masks of Ashor. And Bert, I saw a pair of eyes in each mask, looking down at
me. In just a moment, the Hall of Fantasy will present the Masks of Ashor. And now for our story. An original tale of fantasy by Richard Thorne entitled The Masks of Ashor.
There's certain things in this life of ours which can never be explained, at least with any normal, rational explanation. Often we try to shrug them off, to forget about them, so that the question will not rise in our minds to trouble our waking hours, and to create nightmares in our sleep. But there are some things which can never be forgotten, and among them are the Masks of Ashor. Marcia's uncle sent them to us. Harold Letterby was a man of wealth and unusual taste. He traveled a good deal, and frequently he'd send back little curiosities that he thought we might enjoy. So we thought there was nothing unusual about the Masks of Ashor.
Oh, who can that be at this hour?
I don't know, but don't you think you'd better see who it is?
I suppose so. Yes?
Package for Marcia Stanton.
Well, I'm Marcia Stanton.
Will you sign here, please?
Yes, of course.
Thank you, ma'am. Good night.
Good night. Did you order anything, Bert?
No. Did you?
No, not that I can remember. Oh, wait a minute, Bert. It's from Uncle Harold.
Harold to go broke sending us all these things. Well, open it, honey. See what's in it. Did you notice the postmark?
Mm-hmm, he's down below.
Well, I'll save those stamps for Greg. He'll want them.
Uncle Harold's certainly been useful to Greg in his stamp collection, hasn't he? Well, there, that's done. Now I'll take the top off the box. What are two masks in the box? Gold masks.
And a letter.
Uh-huh. Here, I'll open it.
Read it aloud, Marcia.
All right. Let's see. Oh, my dear Marcia and Bert, here is a little present
I picked up in Istanbul. I hope that you like them as much as you seem to have enjoyed the other curiosities I have sent you. I picked them up at a little shop from a dealer who was quite anxious to get rid of them. He called them the Masks of Ashor. They're almost pure gold, and yet I bought them quite cheaply. There's some kind of a story connected with them. I don't know what it is. If I learn anything more, I'll be sure to write you. We'll return to the States shortly.
of Uncle Harold.
They're beautiful and yet grotesque at the same time.
Well, they look human, and yet...
Well, it was pretty nice of Harold to send them to us.
Where should we hang them?
I don't know. That's your domain, not mine.
Well, how about... Oh, over the fireplace? One on each side of the mirror?
That sounds pretty good.
Well, we can hang them right now.
Anything to make a man work.
Bert.
Yes, dear.
Oh, it's nothing.
Well, what were you going to say?
Well, I don't know. For a minute, I had the strangest sensation about those masks. As if they could actually see me.
It didn't take more than a few minutes to hang the masks. They hung one on each side of the mirror over the fireplace. They looked quite good there, and yet, in a way, they seemed out of place. The following night, Greg dropped in for a while.
Thanks for the stamp, Bert.
That was the first thing he said when the package came. Greg will want the stamp.
All the way from Turkey.
From your Uncle Harold, Marcia?
Mm-hmm. He sent us those.
I wondered where you'd got them. They're really quite nice. They're beautiful and yet grotesque in a way.
That's just what I said.
Practically the same words. You think you both had one mind.
They certainly catch your eye. Say, is that real gold?
According to Harold, it is.
Well, it must be quite valuable.
Well, Uncle Harold said he bought them for a song.
It couldn't have been very cheap. The gold alone is worth a good deal.
As a matter of fact, Harold said the dealer seemed quite anxious to get rid of them.
I wonder why.
Well, why worry about it?
Do they have a name?
Mm-hmm. They're called the Masks of Ashor.
Ashor. You know, I've seen that name somewhere before. A-S-H-O-R, I think it's spelled. I can't remember where.
Well, don't worry about it.
What?
Anything wrong, Greg?
The holes the masks have for eyes. I thought I saw something, that's all.
Saw what?
I don't know. For a minute, I thought there were really eyes in the masks, and that they were watching me. Watching every move I made.
It had happened again. I looked closely at the masks, yet I could see nothing unusual about them. They hung there on the wall, lifeless, with that strange mocking expression on their gold faces and yawning empty holes for eyes. For a minute, I had the desire to destroy them. Greg left about 10. At 11, Marcia and I went to bed. I fell asleep almost at once. I don't know what woke me, but of a sudden I was awake. I looked over at Marcia's bed, only to find it unoccupied. There was no sound in the room. Nothing save for the tiny heartbeat of the clock. For some reason, I had a desire to go downstairs. Something seemed to be directing my actions. I was fully awake, yet I seemed to be in some kind of trance. I'd started down the stairs. Marcia, is anything wrong?
Bert!
What's the matter, honey? What's wrong?
I must be going insane.
Why?
Well, I was asleep. Suddenly I woke up. A voice seemed to be calling me. I started downstairs, always listening to that strange, unearthly voice. When I got down here, I walked into the living room and stood by the fireplace, looking at the Masks of Ashor. And Bert, I saw a pair of eyes in each mask, looking down at me.
You must have imagined it.
No, Bert, I didn't. Those masks had eyes, and they were watching me. Watching every move I made.
Back now to our story, an original tale of fantasy by Richard Thorne entitled The Masks of Ashor.
I had awakened in the middle of the night. Something had compelled me to go downstairs. And I found Marcia down there. She was almost hysterical.
Those masks had eyes. And they were watching me. Watching every move I made.
Wait a minute, Marcia. Take a look at them again, with the lights on.
No, I can't.
Of course you can. Take your hands away from your face. There. Now take a look at them.
They're just as they should be.
Of course they are. You imagined you saw eyes, Marcia. Perhaps it was a trick of the moonlight.
I guess you're right, Bert.
Oh, of course I am. Now let's go back upstairs to bed. The following day was Saturday, and I didn't have to go down to the office. We both slept rather late that morning. A short time after we'd eaten breakfast... I'll get it, Marcia.
All right, dear.
Telegram, sir.
No?
If you'll just sign right here.
Of course.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
Who was it, Bert?
A telegram.
Well, who'd be sending us the telegram?
I don't know. I'll see.
Who's it from?
Harold.
Uncle Harold? What did he say?
I'm returning to the States as soon as possible. Taking plane this evening. Be very careful of Masks of Ashor. Do not let anyone have them. Am in danger of my life. Harold.
In danger of his life? What did he mean?
I don't know. But it has something to do with the Masks of Ashor. Saturday evening, Greg dropped in. What he told us that night was the first inkling I had that Harold Letterby had stumbled upon a relic of the past that would have been better had been forgotten for all time.
By the way, I did a little research on those masks of yours.
Oh? Did you find out anything interesting?
Yes, quite a good deal.
Well, give us a rundown.
I don't know if you'd like to hear it.
Why not?
It's not very pleasant.
Well, tell us anyway.
All right. You see, I knew I'd heard the name Asia somewhere. Finally came back to me. In college, I took a course in mythology. That's where I'd heard the name. Ashor was the messenger of the underworld. It was he who went forth and summoned the victims to death in the final counting. He wore a mask when he appeared on Earth, which he removed when he saw his victim. The mask was also worn to protect others, for whom the time was not ready to gaze upon his countenance. For the sight of his face meant death.
You were right when you said it wasn't pleasant.
He was accompanied always by a dog, a large dog of indeterminate breed who went before him. Ashor's presence was always known by the howling of the dog.
Well, of course, that's just a myth. Ashor never really existed.
I have to take it for what it's worth. Oh, yes, and one other thing.
Yes?
It said that the masks were once stolen from him, and he's been searching for them ever since. That he wears a different mask while searching for the gold ones.
Oh, you've given me the shivers.
Well, that's the story, Marcia.
It sounds like nonsense. A being who set forth to summon people to death, always accompanied by a dog. It's a superstitious belief that's come down to us from the childish minds of an ancient people.
Did you hear that dog?
Oh, it's only a dog in someone's backyard baying at the moon.
Rather a coincidence, you might say, talking about a dog and then hearing one howling.
But just a coincidence.
What's that?
I don't know.
Sounds like an animal of some kind. Scratching at the door.
I'll take a look.
I'll go with you.
Now be careful.
There's nothing to be afraid of.
There's nothing out here.
What?
I said there's nothing out here.
But I think I heard something scratching at the door.
Well, there's nothing here now. There's no need to get upset about it. Let's go back in.
I can't understand it.
Forget about it, honey.
I'm sorry if what I've told you has upset you.
That dog, howling again.
Somebody ought to talk to the guy who owns that animal.
There's something at the door.
Someone must be playing a joke on us.
See what's there. I want to know what's outside.
I'll go, Bert.
I'll go, too. If it is someone playing a joke on me...
Don't move. It is a dog.
Why, I ought to...
You wouldn't stand a chance.
Balak, come here.
Must be the dog's owner.
Balak, where are you? Quiet, Balak.
Are you the owner of this dog?
Yes. I'm sorry if it's caused you any trouble.
Well, you ought to keep him on a leash.
Is everything all right?
Yes, everything's all right, Marcia.
Oh, your dog, it frightened us.
I'm very sorry about that. Balak, you shouldn't run so far away from me.
What are you looking at?
I'm sorry. I was looking past you to those masks you have hanging over the fireplace. Right. I'd better put the leash on him. If you'll excuse me, I'll be going. Sorry to have disturbed you.
Well, we might as well go back inside.
Wait a minute.
Why?
He dropped something. I'm going down to get it.
He was a queer sort of fellow, wasn't he?
Yes. His face looks so strange. Soft. Almost like rubber.
Marcia!
What's the matter?
Look. He dropped it as he was walking away. He dropped it deliberately.
Well, what is it?
It's a mask. The Mask of Ashor.
Back now to our story. An original tale of fantasy by Richard Thorne entitled The Masks of Ashor.
We stood just outside the house. A minute before, the man and his dog had disappeared from our sight. Marcia went down the stairs to the walk where he dropped something. And then she screamed.
It's a mask. The Mask of Ashor.
Here, let me see that. It is a mask. A sponge rubber mask.
Remember what I said about his face?
Yes, I do.
What are we going to do?
We can't do anything until Harold gets here. Maybe then we'll learn some more about these masks of Ashor. I'm sure that Marcia didn't sleep that night. As for myself, I dropped off occasionally, only to awaken with a start. But each time I looked across the room, Marcia was still in her bed, staring at the ceiling. Occasionally during the night, I heard the sound of the dog howling out there in the darkness. And each time I heard it, the sound of its voice made me shudder. The following afternoon, about 4 o'clock, a cab pulled up in front. Harold Letterby got out and came up the walk leading to our house.
I see that you received the masks.
Yes.
And did you receive the cable?
Yes, the following morning.
When you bought these masks, you said that the dealer was anxious to get rid of them. Why?
Had I known then what I do now, I would never have bought them.
I think we know some of the story. About Ashor coming to Earth to conduct his victims back to death.
And the dog, Bert. Don't forget the dog.
Then you know about the dog?
Yes. We found out about it last night.
Oh? How?
It was here.
Here?
That's right.
Then Ashor has found the masks.
He knows they're here. He saw them last night when the door was open.
Are you sure it was Ashor?
After he left, Marcia found a mask. A sponge rubber mask.
He will be back, you know.
Well, I wish you'd never found the mask.
No more so than I, my dear. A short time after I'd mailed them to you, Ashor paid me a visit. He and the dog. I, too, found a sponge rubber mask after he'd left.
The night before last, I saw something behind the mask. Like eyes.
We must hide the masks from him. Otherwise, he will claim us all.
What are you talking about?
I have a plan. It may work, I don't know. Perhaps we can strike a bargain with him.
Bargain?
Yes, our lives for the masks. We must find someone else who will keep them for us.
Greg will do that.
Greg?
A friend of ours, Greg Hunter.
We must tell him it will be dangerous.
I will.
Good. Get in touch with him immediately, for I am positive that Ashor will return tonight.
I called Greg and told him of our plan. Harold decided that he'd go back to Greg's apartment with the masks, and if Ashor agreed to the bargain, we would send him there and Harold would return them to him. Greg would stay with us to await the appearance of Ashor. By 6 o'clock that evening, Harold had gone to Greg's apartment with the masks, and Greg had come to our house to await our expected visitor. At 7:30, the shades of night had diffused themselves across the sky. By 8:30, the tension had mounted in each of us to a point where we were jumpy and irritable.
What time is it?
A little past 8:30.
Do you think he'll come?
Uncle Harold said he would.
Just waiting. It makes me nervous.
So am I.
Listen.
Yeah, I heard it, too.
Well, the waiting's over now.
Oh, Bert, I'm frightened.
Everything will be all right, Marcia.
I don't know. I feel that something's going to go wrong.
He's here.
Well, let's go let him in.
All right.
Are you ready?
Yes, I guess so.
Here goes. Ashor's not here.
No, but he will be. Here he comes.
I'm sorry, gentlemen. It seems that my dog has been scratching at your door again.
We've been expecting you.
Oh? Really?
Yes, won't you come in?
If you don't mind, come, Balaci. You have a very pleasant little home.
Oh, thank you.
Do you mind if I set my package down here?
Go right ahead.
I see the masks are gone.
Yes. We put them away.
They were very interesting, you know. Weren't they, Balac? Balac is a good dog, yet he frightens people sometimes.
You came here for the masks, didn't you?
The masks?
The masks of Ashor.
Oh. You don't have them, though, do you?
Not right here.
You have them somewhere else?
Yes. We'll make a bargain with you. We'll return the masks if you leave us alone.
Then you know the legend of Ashor.
Yes.
I brought you something. It's in this package. In time, Barry. In time.
What about the bargain?
The bargain? Oh, yes, the bargain. I'm afraid I can't agree to it.
Why?
You see, I already have the masks of Ashor. Look for yourselves.
But Uncle Harold
is no longer alive.
Why, you dirty... I'll tear that mask off your face and...
Quiet, Alec. Quiet. I have no mask on, Mr. Stanton.
But
you are gazing upon the face of Ashor. and those who see him no longer remain alive. Now, Balak, now. It is time for us to go back, Balak. We have recovered the Masks of Ashor, and we have many calls to make.
So runs tonight's tale of the unusual, the terrifying, the unknown. Join us again when next we journey down the corridors of the Hall of Fantasy to hear another strange tale of the supernatural. All characters and events portrayed in these programs are fictional, and any similarity to actual events or persons, living or dead, is purely coincidental.